entrepreneurship journey for Africa.
Today, I'm very happy to be a moderator of a roundtable around how we get startups to go international, how I invited few successful entrepreneurs to tell us about their stories, how they started, how much they are successful right now in the Middle East or in America.
I have been pleased to share this moment with Shafiq around entrepreneurship in Africa within this StartUp Africa Summit. I do think that we have been able to bring our small experience and our small feedback to new challengers and to new startup companies.
The event was quite successful, and it's very interesting to attend such events, to share experience, to share knowledge, and to see all this energy coming out of those three young entrepreneurs. So for me, it's great event.
So how was your hiring?
I had a question earlier whether I think Morocco is the leading IT country in Africa. I'm Moroccan, of course I'm going to say yes, but not just because I'm Moroccan, because I've lived here, I've seen what our young people are capable of, and the simplest example I give is if you walk around Darb and you see what real innovation and what real genius is, that's the base. I'm very hopeful and very ambitious to see what Morocco is going to do for the continent.
Text recognition, you can recognize multiple handwritings.
I love the thematics and the project. I figured out this morning that Moroccans are doing very great things all over the world.
It was a unique chance to be here to take part of this event, to actually get to meet real-time and real-life entrepreneurs who are a little bit ahead of us and take as much tips as we can from them to make our business work and go as much as we can forward.
Our panel was about international technology transfer and how it could help African countries to catch up economically and technologically. The rationale behind the panel is that African countries are facing a lot of challenges, demographic challenges, environmental challenges, and we will not be able to respond to these challenges properly without introducing new technologies to solve these problems.
Thank you.
We are very happy to see that the event is successful, that we have attracted a number of entrepreneurs. I even had so many discussions I didn't have time to have lunch, so it shows that the thing is really working. So congratulations on the organization. I think such events should happen more often in more cities.
It was great to be here as a moderator of this panel on how to create a startup ecosystem in Africa. So they discussed what they think as mandatory to create that ecosystem. Of course, it comes from, you start with the investment. Actually, we need investment, and mainly private investors that could invest in different countries in our continent, and all of them mention it, and I totally agree with them.
Morocco has really a strong background in math. A lot of things to do here. There's a lot of opportunities, and particularly in the virtual space or machine-to-machine language. I think Moroccans have strength in math, and I think they could really excel there. So I would say two things that I covered here.
The panel today spoke about the Silicon Valley, the true story. The true story is not about the place where you're at. You can find money here in Morocco and you can find it in the United States. It's only about the target business that you have. If it's technology, you might find more money in the United States than here in Morocco.
I had the privilege of being part of the panel that discussed the opportunity for African and Moroccan entrepreneurs to apply their idea or their business and move it to Silicon Valley. I had a few experiences there, from creating a company to raising capital, hiring talent, and these are the points that basically African and Moroccan entrepreneurs were curious about.
The advice I give to these entrepreneurs is to really understand what it takes to succeed, from the mindset, from the talents, and from the product or service they are developing. Whether it's technology, science, or operations based, they really need to understand the value, understand what they're bringing to the customer, how to raise money, who do they need to talk to, and what do they need from Silicon Valley.
Thank you very much.
I had the pleasure to welcome 4 famous panelists and with large experience and extensive experience with startups. We both discussed about lessons from investors. That was the main focus.
The most important aspect of it, in my opinion, is the difference in mindsets that is quite striking when you talk to younger generations and people who have higher aspirations to create and promote young enterprises and get them to the next level.
It's a little bit different here compared to your traditional markets like Silicon Valley, London, Paris, as well as Asia, where my fund is based. So all in all, fantastic discussion, really great questions, and really excited to hear what more comes up from this conference.
I think the summit's been amazing, seeing Morocco tie together the other ecosystems in Africa. The level of content and speakers has been quite phenomenal, and tying together the larger region has been quite a nice sort of approach towards doing things here in Morocco.
The event was a great success, given the opportunity to several entrepreneurs to learn from more experienced ones and meet with the investors and commingle and network with other entrepreneurs. I'm hoping that the panel session that I participated in, sharing our experience from Silicon Valley, was fruitful and beneficial to African entrepreneurs and Moroccan entrepreneurs.
I had the pleasure to take part in a panel today which was about startup survival kits, because I believe that many startups actually need some concrete tips and illustrations on how to get going, knowing that it's a hard journey, it's very difficult, and many of them, whether fail, or many of them stop, because of lack of motivation.
You don't be afraid to start something if you're afraid to fail, because you will not fail. You will learn a lot in the process of building your company. You will connect with amazing people that can help you to make your company successful, or you can find a job with them, or you can start a new company with them. So it's all good. And if you definitely want to try something, don't be afraid. Get network and people will help you to get where you want to be.